Hey guys, today I'll be talking about 4 tips on how I personally prepare for my lectures as a college student. So usually I would log into my school website to find out the different materials that I would need for my week's lecture, and I would usually print out all the notes that I will need so I don't need to waste my time every night to pack my bag and stuff. After printing out all my notes, I would actually sort all my notes out according to the different lectures that I'll be having for the week itself. What I love to do is to actually label up my notes, and this is a method that I found really useful as I usually do not staple my work. I would end up binding my papers all up together, so I do not like to hole punch or staple my work. After which, I would start reading up the different lecture notes that I have just to give myself a better understanding of what is going to be taught for the week's lecture itself. I find that this is a very useful method as during lecture, I understand the concepts and materials much better. So after reading up, I will normally take down some notes to prepare for my lecture. I love to use my A4 paper to take down my notes because personally I feel that it's much easier. So I usually start off my notes by writing the chapter number down and also the title of the chapter itself. And yes, definitely I write down the date of the lecture so that it's easier for me to compile my notes. I usually use 4 colors only: maroon, black, blue, and green. It's up to your preference, but these are the 4 main colors that I use to keep it neat. So for all my notes, I always like to start up with a summary of what is gonna be included in my notes, just to give myself an easier understanding of what is being covered and stuff. And when I flip back to look at my notes to find some of my information that I need, it's easier for me to know which chapter it is in just by reading the summary itself. Moving on, I would always try to refrain from reading my lecture slides, but instead I would test myself with my memory of what I've read and start writing down my notes. So for all my headers, the big topics, I would use the same color that I had titled my chapter with, just to keep the colors the same. Other than that, all my other relevant notes, I would use a black color pen to jot them down. I personally love to use bullet points to jot down my notes as I find it much easier for me to read through at the end of the day. For all these subtopics that I have, I would actually underline them instead of boxing them up. For definitions, I would use my maroon color pen to jot them down, just for me to have a clearer reference that these are the definitions for the part itself. What I love to do is to draw diagrams on my notes for easier reference, and I'm a person who is a pictorial memory, so I find that diagrams are easier for me to remember my notes. Also, I would add in definitions for the notes in the graph itself just to keep it short, simple, and concise. As a banking student, I need to know the different flows and the charts that I need to draw, so I find that drawing such chart diagrams would allow me to easily remember my information and understand it much clearer. Lastly, I'll use green pen to write down extra informations that are not found in my lecture slides, and I have to find them online itself. So that's it for today. I hope this video has been really helpful for you guys on how to prepare for your lectures, as this has been my go-to ideal plan for years and it has proven with my grades, and I hope this would help you guys for your lectures too. If you have any questions, please comment down in the comments section below. If you like such a video, please give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!